Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about making some really cool cards because I know the holidays are coming up and it's a great time to make cards for people or to send out cards. And one of the coolest types of cards that I love is a pop-up card. And you may have seen these in the past, but a pop-up card is something that when you open it, something pops up or stands up when you open it. And so that's a really cool surprise and a really cool thing to do. And I'm going to show you how to make a pop-up card using some paper and some glue and some scissors today. So check out this video and see if you can make a pop-up card for someone you love. To make a pop-up card, you will need some colored paper, a pencil, some glue, and some scissors, and then maybe a hole puncher for some decorations. So the first thing that you're going to need to do is you're going to need to choose a color for your background and the main part of your card. So pick a color that's going to be the main thing that everybody sees, and you're going to fold that in half. And for today's card, I'm going to make a winter tree card. So it's just going to be like a pine tree. And whatever you decide to make needs to be able to be folded in half. So maybe you want to make a snowman, or you want to try to make a person, that would be fine too, but it needs to be able to be folded in half. So for my tree, I used 2 different colors of green. So I did like a light green and a dark green. And then I'm going to fold that in half because you want to have 4 when you're all done. So you want to have 4 of the exact same thing. So the easiest way to do that is to fold it in half, draw it, and then cut them all out together. You want to make sure your design is pretty big and it doesn't have any teeny tiny details, because those are going to be really hard to cut out. So that's why I kind of made a simple shape pine tree so that I could easily cut out all of the parts of it. So after you're done drawing your shape, then you're going to want to cut it out. And like I said, I have 4 pieces of paper here because I took 2 pieces of paper and folded it in half. So when I'm done, I should have 4 of the exact same thing. Another way to do this would be to cut out one and then trace it 4 times, well, I guess 3 more times, and cut it out so you have a total of 4. It's a little bit harder to get it really close to the same. So that's why I like to cut mine all together. They don't need to be perfect, but they do need to be pretty close, because the next step you'll see we connect them together. Okay, so now I have 4 trees, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold those in half. So you want to fold whatever you're making, you want to make sure you can fold it in half and that it's pretty close to the same on both sides. So I'm going to go through and fold all my trees in half. And the next step is you're going to start attaching them together on one side. So I'm going to use some regular glue, or you can use a glue stick. I'm going to put some glue on one side of my tree, and then I'm going to attach the other side of my next color to that part of the tree. I'm going to do that for the rest of them too. So here I am attaching all of the sides together. Next, I'm going to hole punch some white pieces, and I'm going to make some snow. So the next thing we're going to do is attach our tree to our card. So now that it's dried a little bit, I am going to make sure that I put it in the middle of my paper. I'm going to put glue on both of the outside edges so that when I open it up, those sides will stick to the paper. I want to be sure to line up the folds of my tree and the fold of my paper. So I'm going to close it and make sure it's sticking really well. There you go. When you open it up, it should stand up. So I'm going to use a marker to just add a couple more details, like a tree trunk and maybe some words. So here's the finished card. Don't forget that you don't have to make a tree for your card. You can make something different, like maybe you want to do a snowman, or maybe you are making a card for something totally different. But whatever you're making for the center, you want to make sure you can fold it in half, and it will be the same on both sides once you fold it in half. So think about things that are symmetrical, like a butterfly is the same on both sides. A snowman, if you were to fold it in half, it would be the same on both sides. Even a person would be the same on both sides. So hopefully you give a pop-up card a try today and you make a card for someone special that you love.